How we doing? One of the things that I hear quite often, living in England, is like when people ask me my name and I say my name, a lot of English people say, "Oh, that's an unusual name. That's a weird name. That's a strange name." And I always say, well, it's not actually strange. It's actually very typical for a black person or an African person to have an African name. And every black person should have an African name. What is abnormal is a black person to have a name like Leroy Johnson or Smith or Jones or Peters or whatever, Howard. These are names of slave masters who enslaved families from Africa, and to denote their own heritage and announce them as their own property, they would take their African names off them and give them their surname. Hence why we have so many black people with English names. But because the education system isn't taught correctly in this country, people are so, how can I put it to you without being rude, uneducated when it comes to African and Caribbean people and the history of us, that you end up having to explain yourself all the time. And then really, if this country was an anti-racist country, then these things would have been taught in the curriculum. We would have known, because obviously, me being of Nigerian background, Nigeria was a British colony. So my name should be a household name in England, because we were classed as British citizens, coming, and brought here as British citizens. But they told us one thing and then told the natives here another thing. And this is why we have this standoff up till this day, because the government, the powers that be, lie to the people. And the funny thing is, people see the evidence that's opposite to what you hear, but yet you still say the same sort of negative stereotypes when you can actually see that these things are not true. So at the end of the day, it's up to you to do your own critical thinking. Show your true colours and be true to who you are, and don't listen to other people without proof. That's what I'll say to you. Have a great day. Show your true colours. Peace and love. I'm out.